Hi, I'm Becky, and this is how to create a stand-up braid with wire, like this.
There are a lot of different uses you can use when braiding in wire, creating a lot of different avant-garde or pretty crazy styles. So I've got a couple of pictures here of things that I've seen that I like that inspired me to try and figure out how to braid in wire. So we're going to start off with a little bit of Barber's Classic. This is from the Paul Mitch line. I love to use this when I'm braiding. It's got a little bit of shine to it, but not so much that it looks greasy. And it just kind of helps the hair to stick together a little bit and create really nice, clean looking braids without being stiff or sticky. So I'm starting off here with just a normal 3-strand braid, cross over the 2 outside strands, and then I'm continuing on in sort of a French braid or cornrow style braid. I'm going to be adding in the wire to the braid just after I get a couple of turns in, so there's something to stick it to. Here's my wire. I've created a little loop on the end. It's almost like a hook, so I'm sliding it into the middle of the braid and then pulling back, and that hook is going to help attach it so it doesn't slide out as I continue braiding. As I'm braiding in the wire, every time I cross over the right strand, I'm crossing it over the hair and then underneath the wire. When I cross the left strand, I cross it over both the hair and the wire. So right strand over the hair, under the wire. Left strand, I'm adding a little bit of hair to it. Cross it over both the wire and the hair. Continuing in this way will help to make the wire completely invisible as long as you've got enough hair that will cover it. If you're trying to do a really tiny braid, it might not completely cover, but this is the best way I found to keep it really nice and clean. I'm sort of creating this braid to follow the hairline. This is a similar technique that I used for the Little Red Riding Hood look that I'm going to show you at the end of the video. And I just want to show you here that you can turn the wire and turn the braid as you're continuing along. So all I did was just bend the wire into place, and then I'm following the hairline down the side of the head. Same technique when I'm crossing over the left strand. I'm crossing it over both the wire and the hair. When I cross over the right strand, I cross over the hair under the wire. I'm only adding hair to one side of my braid here, and as I work down the head, I'm pulling the braid sort of away from the head. I wanted this to be able to stand up and defy gravity, so I need a little bit of hair that's following away from the head. Once I get to the point where I want the braid to stop, I'm just going to continue braiding down the wire without adding new hair. So same process. When I'm crossing over the left strand, I'm crossing it over both the hair and the wire. When I'm crossing over the right strand, I cross over the hair under the wire. Here I'm using a pair of pliers with a wire cutter to go ahead and cut the excess wire, and then I'm going to wrap a rubber band around both the hair and the wire. I want to have a little bit of the wire hanging out from the bottom of the braid, just so that I know it's not going to slide back in and unravel. Now you'll see, since I have that wire in there, I can go ahead and pose this braid and shape it into whatever shape I'd like. Here's a photo shoot I did where I created a Little Red Riding Hood out of hair using the same braiding technique. I just started with a couple of packs of braiding hair, and did basically the same technique. I just used the doll head as a mold basically as I was creating it, so it was completely detached from her head. As an extra added bonus, here's how to remove the wire from the hair. I just undid the rubber band at the end, just give a little push to the wire at the bottom, and then you can slide it right up through the top by the hook that you originally created.